And it's going.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Doing a deck doctor on Cementos, one of my favorites. Under the Earth symbol. Hit me with the pitch. What's going on here?
So I didn't have the guts like you to play him in a big tournament during set two
Sure.
because I watched your games and basically I would just always fall short. Like I had checked that three or I just missed it by that 1 point. I was like, well, I'm dead now.
Right.
But set three, I agree with what you've been saying. He got so much
Yeah.
that like he's just dumb. Like Shovel's competitor, flip, draw a card, increase my thing. Seizing the advantage, sure, I'll play an attack and then build and get more damage.
Yes. Yes.
Um, he's just incredibly funny. You can press conference and be like, hey, I'm going to throw this at you. And it's going to get bigger.
It's gonna be so big. He's
You
so
put, like-
big.
You put two male bondings on the field and someone's like, do I really want to attack?
Yeah. Yeah.
But like the main problem I'm having is finding like the right list, I guess is what I'm trying to find. Because
Sure.
like I find the barrage and punch funny in him because he doesn't care how big his string can get.
Yeah.
And if he unflips a foundation or draws a card, he's just gonna keep going. And then Ignited Arrow, it might be a too high, but like when Cementos can accidentally put 7 damage on it,
Right.
and then he's gonna go find another attack.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I am hearing you. So what is the what do you need my help with? Well, I've got the pitch. What do you need from me?
I'm trying to. Well, I think right now it's about 59, almost a little over 70, if I remember correctly.
69, the perfect number.
69. But anyway, this is the deck I was looking at running the Rochester event with.
Ooh, okay. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna play Rochester, huh?
So I was trying to hone it up for a more tournament style play.
Sure. I love that. I absolutely love that. So yeah, I'm going in and I'm snagging some stuff and some things. Doing some quick looking. All right, I've slammed some stuff into the deck. We can chat about it. First and foremost, let's talk attacks. Hellflame Stomp. Card's not fair. It's a 4 diff, 6 low 4, 4 diff, 4 low 6, depending on what you want to do, and then you just like slam a bunch of damage on it. It's incredible. You're not playing Hardened Jab, which I think is important. So I think Hardened Jab being able to pick up your male bondings is like kind of not fair. Seems kind of good. Same thing with Hardened Frenzy. Putting a million damage on the Frenzy means that you like Frenzy Jab. It's just like a lot of unblockable stuff, and you put more damage on it than almost any other character in the game, right? Like it's you and Nomu, and that's it, right? Nobody else slings jabs and frenzies like you do. Naval Laser Beam. It's just a good move. Breaker 2 block and then high engine kick. It draws cards. Here's my biggest issue with your list at the moment. All right. First and foremost, I think Ignited Arrow is not going to be very good in Cementos. And the reason is I think by the time that this card is up and live, I think it's too late into the game. I think you're already like a 7-hander. You're already sometimes an 8-hander by the time that this card is forced to be blocked, and then I don't want it to be blocked. I'd rather my frenzy be blocked. Right?
Fair enough.
And I think early, I mean, it's just going to be a 2 high for 5 that they just take, which is fine, but I don't really want them to take it. I want them to have to like interact with it, right?
Mhm.
This is the coolest shit of all time. This is so cool. Yeah, I love this Hulking Grimace in your deck. I think it's so funny, man. I think it's so funny. It makes me want to do terrible, awful things with Cementos.
Yeah,
It makes me want to. I want to play 4 Hulking Grimace for. I want to play 6 diff Cementos.
that does sound terrifying.
I want to play 4 Hulking, 4 Prominence Burn. Because that sounds. What do you do? What do you do? And he just readies his cards back. So it's just like I don't care if I check bad. I'm just gonna re-ready my stuff. I check a 5 and I flip and I ready it back up and then play another 6 diff. Excuse me? Excuse me? Yeah, that seems kind of silly. I love the idea of the Muppet Punches. They're very good. Back Alley's just a good ass card. Overhead Reversal, I think as a 2 of is probably where it should be. And then Chop is just like good, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So now that I've said all of that, what are your thoughts? Talk back to me.
Well, I see the point with the Ignite area I could probably go. And like I don't know why I didn't think about it, but Promise Burn does sound funny in this deck.
Yeah. I think if you do that, you have to play a Fury package, right? I think I'll actually after this I'll make this deck on stream. But I think it's like 4x Hulking Grimace, 4x Prominence Burn, 3x like Howitzer Impact Cyclone, right? Because it's a 6 diff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just like play big, thick, heavy moves as Cementos because he gets to re-ready his board.
That would be intimidating.
Yeah. Huh. That's cool. I start writing all the crazy ideas I get on stream down. But yeah, I think just replacing Igniting Arrow with Hardened Jab is just like the right call. Just replace them 1 for 1, and you can easily like put in a 4th jab and take out 1 overhead reversal and probably feel fine about it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
What would you take out to put the frenzies in?
I don't know. Give me just 1 second. Drop this down here. Okay. Low blocks. Oh, I put in frenzy instead of jab. What a goober I am. I would want frenzy in your deck so bad. So currently the only low blocks you have in your deck are just these grimaces, right? So we easily could take out like 1 chop, take out 1 overhead, take out nothing else, just put in 2 frenzies, call it a day, I guess. I don't particularly like overhead reversal at more than a 2 of, right? It's only really, really good late game, right? I want to put +5 damage on this thing, and that means I have to have 15 face downs, which means the game should be over. Right?
Fair enough. The only reason I used to run it at 4 is because then I could put damage on Back Alley and then speed with the momentum I accidentally got.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Which I don't hate. I honestly would rather see, and this is crazy. I'd rather see Trap Flex be in this slot, which I think is also a low block. Let me go peek real quick. Trap Flex, yeah, it's a 3 mid for 5 throw taunt. If you have fewer foundations and your rival gets 2 damage, and it's a 3 low, right? You just don't need more high blocks, right? You just don't need them. So if you just like, you could put. I mean, honestly, man, this is crazy. You could just like cut all the overheads for the. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I have to put this back in your sideboard. You could cut all of those for the overhead reversals. All the overhead reversals for your frenzies, and I don't think you'd miss them. Truthfully.
That's worth a shot.
Yeah. Or maybe even like you just play like 1 of it, right? And you just like try like triple frenzy, see what happens. What does that put our attack count to? A little high. Man, it's tough because like we want Barrage. What are your thoughts on Hardened Barrage?
Uh, Honestly, it's just really funny to put it with the rapid punches.
Sure.
I was originally building it to test it out.
I think 4xing rapid punches. Right, I'm in. Let's take Barrage down to a 1 of. We have the 3 Frenzy, and then I think we can take and this back to 22. This card's just a better card because it gives speed, not damage. This gives damage, not speed. And this unflips a card, which is really cool for Cementos to get the re-ready a thing. But this says draw a card, which is like just 1,000 times better. Just 1,000 times better currently.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And then we have 5 low blocks on our attacks. And then 8 high blocks on our 9 high blocks because we still have the 1 overhead. If we wanted to put the Hardened Barrage back up to a 2 of, we could take out the overhead reversal. Thoughts?
Yeah. Okay, I'll give that a try.
Okay. I love training weights. I think it's actually insane in this deck. How cool. What a cool interaction that you have. Commit a foundation to re-ready it and then just re-ready that foundation with Cementos. That's awesome. That's really, really cool.
It's one of the few characters where you can get away with training weights without much of a cost.
Yeah. It's very, very awesome. All right, let's talk foundations because like the foundations that you have are really, really solid. First off, Male Bonding, amazing. I love Honorable Forfeit. I think it does deserve to be a 1 of though, just because I think there's other things that we want to play instead. Forcing Surrender. What are your thoughts on this card?
I have it in there because in set 2, like the big thing was the Mineta 2s and card pool stuffing.
Yeah.
And then like when Backdraft got introduced, I was like, well, that's going to be another problem.
Sure.
But I mean,
I think this is exclusively a sideboard card now. I think you get rid of this, and I think that Manly Passionate guy also gets to leave. I think this card's like a 1 of at best. And then I'm gonna put this in your sideboard, and I think this card gets to leave as well. And I think there's no reason not to play Quick to Act. I think Quick to Act at a 3 of minimum. You're a big beefy boy. If you take 15 or 16 damage, all your moves have plus X speed, and then when you're ready, you just flip them and re-ready them. Your low blocks are still nice and high. This card is not good in your deck. If you're a 5-hand size character, you can't afford to hold blocks early, which is when this card is useful. Which is early. I want to cut it all together, but I get why you want it.
makes sense.
Yeah. And then high blocks. What's up with Sports Festival Champ? I didn't even see you had this card in your deck. Have you played with this card yet?
I have it usually as a 1 of in random decks just because on those turns when you check hot, it just 1 random damage.
Sure.
And then the whole discard 1 card so this non-throw can't be reduced is nice on like anti spooky.
Anti-spooky? Oh, that's fair. Yeah, I think that this is such a niche card that I'm down for you to keep it as your flex tech piece. I'm in. I think it's very, very cool. It probably has served better being something else, but I'm down for it.
Probably is, but I know spooky is something that runs around my local, so I was like, well, Cementos is just going to add damage and they're going to put my speed into the ground.
True. Apathetic. Not currently in the deck, but you are playing 4 Seizing. What are your thoughts there? We've also got Someone with Style as a high block. We've also got a New Training Method as a high block. That gets to mess with, what do my high blocks look like? It can't be fixed. Super Rejuvenation. Thoughts on this card?
I like this as a defensive piece, but
Okay.
I mean, it's only good for the 1 time.
Yeah.
It's not really a high block.
It's not really a high block for sure. I love press conferences this deck. I think it's very good. Prehensile Tail is so interesting. I think Prehensile Tail might be really, really good in this deck. Yeah, obviously you're gonna have 4 face downs. That's just gonna happen.
So it just gives you the ability to, add 1 momentum to my hand, or it's anti-momentum for those momentum heavy decks.
Yeah, I think just having this card in your deck is the reason to not main board whatever that card was that we cut. Forcing Surrender. Yeah. How cool. What's up with Plus Ultra being in here?
The random Omni block that can stop the throws or the super high speeds that I can't because they've stunned me out.
Sure. I think this card loses a lot of stock now that One of Nature exists. Blocking this on a 7 just like isn't worth it anymore.
Very true.
Yeah. I would cut it, especially because as a 5-hander, having 8 action cards in your deck is a little crazy. I get that 4 of them build, but like drawing Seizing plus Ultra attack 2 foundations on turn 1 means you build 2 pass. As a 5-hander, that means you died. You just lost.
Sure.
But build 3, maybe you got to survive, right? I think you should cut plus Ultra.
Okay.
Yeah. What's that put us to? 65? Ooh, it's a good looking deck. Our block zones are even. Ooh, that's kind of hot. That's kind of hot. What's his number 1 to be?
To be honest, I'm not sure. I'd like low so I can have consistency, but
Yeah.
I also know Cementos takes like a turn or 2 to ramp up, and then he just goes.
True. Very true. Let's look at block zones one more time. Let's look at our mids. We have 2 mids on our blocks here. Are there any mids here? Face Shield? Question mark. We could put in Face Shield at the 1 of, or maybe even like another Tight-Lipped, just to like turbo us. It's another 0 diff, right? Lots of zeros. That feels good. And it's just another mid block to bring us up to 20. I don't hate that.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, 66. I mean, that's book, right? Huh. That's cool. I like that a lot. Thoughts?
I will definitely have to give this a try.
Yeah, I think it's going to be more consistent over here on the attack lineup. I think what you're going to have to figure out is like, what are these foundations you like and you don't like? I think that's where it's really going to come into play. Especially because like things like Trace Sheet Cape, you don't have any ranged cards to lift. And that's like the best part about this card is like lifting ranged cards. It's the deadlock form that's the real threat. So it's possible like maybe even just like cut this card altogether, honestly.
Yeah.
You could play like a second training weights and just like have 2 options for the pump instead if you want to like keep the number at 66. Right? It also gives you another mid block. I actually recommend it. I think yeah. I think we should push this up to a 2 of and cut the weights or cut the cape.
Okay.
Yeah. If this becomes too much, you could just take and like easily like put in a face shield or put in some other totally fine mid block card that we're super down to block with. And the thing about weights is it's not unique, so we're allowed to have both of them out and then do the cool thing with them. Commit a face up foundation, flip it, re-ready it, commit that face down foundation to give all your moves +2, then +4, +8, or +2, +4, +6. Whew. That seems good.
Does seem better than Trace Shake.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Final thoughts?
I will definitely have to give this a try and see if this or probably see if I'll run this for the Rochester event.
Hell yeah, man. I love that. All right, dude. Thanks for the support on Patreon. I greatly appreciate it. Let me shoot you this list over, and we'll catch you next time, okay?
Oh, okay.
All
How
right.
good?
Peace, dude.